Welcome to our Information Security Management System Awareness Session. Information security is not just a technical topic, it is a shared responsibility. Protecting our information protects our clients, our colleagues, and our business. We handle sensitive client and business information every day. A security incident can damage trust, harm our reputation, and expose us to serious regulatory penalties such as POPIA or GDPR. Every person in the organization plays a role in protecting information. What is an ISMS? An Information Security Management System, or ISMS, is a structured way of protecting information. It is based on ISO 27001 and focuses on identifying risks, implementing appropriate controls, and continually improving how we manage security. It ensures that information security is systematic, not reactive. The ISMS is not just an IT project. It is a governance framework that links leadership, risk management, and operational execution. It defines accountability, decision rights, and oversight. Information security is a leadership responsibility, supported by everyone. Having an ISO 27001 certification confirms that we systematically identify risks, select controls based on those risks, involve leadership, and monitor performance. It does not mean zero incidents or perfect security. It means we manage risk responsibly and continuously improve. ISO 27001 is not simply a technical security standard, it is a management system standard. It does not prescribe specific technologies or tools. Instead, it defines how information security should be governed, directed, and continuously improved within an organization. It places a strong focus on governance, leadership, and accountability, ensuring that information security is driven from the top and embedded across the business. It follows a risk-based approach aligned to the organization's business context. This means controls are not selected arbitrarily, they are chosen based on real identified risks. ISO integrates with enterprise risk management and broader business processes, making information security part of operational decision-making, not a separate silo. It provides independent, accredited certification, offering assurance to clients, regulators, and stakeholders. Most importantly, it is designed for continual improvement and long-term sustainability. ISO is therefore not a control checklist, it is a structured framework for governing and managing information security effectively. What are we protecting when we refer to information security? Businesses protect client data, employee information, financial records, intellectual property, and the systems that support our services. All of these are critical to the organization. At the core of information security is what we call the CIA principle: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. These three principles form the foundation of how we protect information within our organization. Confidentiality. Confidentiality means that only authorized individuals can access information. Sensitive data, whether client, employee, or business information, must not be disclosed to unauthorized parties. This is achieved through access controls, passwords, encryption, and responsible handling of information. Integrity. Integrity ensures that information remains accurate, complete, and protected from unauthorized modification. Decisions rely on trustworthy data. If information is altered, corrupted, or tampered with, it can lead to incorrect decisions, financial loss, or regulatory exposure. Availability. Availability means that information and systems are accessible when needed. Security is not only about restricting access, it is also about ensuring that authorized users can access systems and data without disruption. Every employee has clear responsibilities. Follow policies, protect confidential information, use strong passwords, lock your screen, secure devices, and complete mandatory training. Security is a daily habit. Our information security management system is supported by a set of key policies and procedures. These documents define how we protect information in practice and what is expected of every employee. The information security policy sets the overall direction and commitment of the organization. It outlines our approach to protecting information and defines leadership accountability. The acceptable use policy explains the rules for using company systems, email, internet access, and devices. It ensures technology resources are used responsibly and securely. Access control and password policy sets the rules for authentication and protects systems from unauthorized access based on its sensitivity. Not all information carries the same risk. The data classification and handling policy ensures appropriate protection. The remote working policy. When working outside the office, additional precautions are required. This policy outlines security requirements for remote work and the use of mobile devices. As a suspected phishing email, malware, lost device, or data breach, the incident management procedure explains how to report it immediately. Prompt reporting limits damage and protects the organization. The supplier and third-party security policy ensures that data shared with third parties is protected and managed securely. Information security threats are not theoretical, they are real and they affect organizations every day. Understanding these common threats helps us recognize risk early and respond appropriately. Phishing emails. Phishing emails are one of the most common attack methods. They often appear legitimate and may create urgency, asking you to click a link, open an attachment, or provide credentials. A single click can compromise systems or expose sensitive data. Ransomware is malicious software that encrypts data and demands payment for its release. It can disrupt operations, halt services, and cause significant financial and reputational damage. Weak passwords. Weak or reused passwords make it easy for attackers to gain unauthorized access. Strong, unique passwords and multi-factor authentication significantly reduce this risk. Lost or stolen laptops. Physical security is just as important as digital security. Lost or stolen devices can expose sensitive data if not properly secured. Insider mistakes. Not all incidents are malicious. Simple human error, sending information to the wrong recipient or misconfiguring access, can result in serious consequences. Social engineering. Social engineering exploits human trust. Attackers may impersonate colleagues, suppliers, or executives to manipulate individuals into revealing information or bypassing controls. Most security incidents begin with a simple action, a click, a password, or a conversation. Awareness is our first line of defense. Phishing remains one of the most common and successful attack methods. The goal is simple: to trick you into clicking, sharing, or transferring something you shouldn't. There are 4 common warning signs to look out for. If an email asks for your password, verification codes, banking details, or urgent payments. Legitimate organizations will not ask you to share credentials via email. Be suspicious of unexpected attachments or links, especially if you weren't expecting the message. Even if it appears to come from someone you know, verify before opening. A message that asks you to respond within 30 minutes is designed to make you react quickly without thinking. If it comes from an unusual address, always check the sender's email address carefully. Small changes such as extra letters, misspellings, or unusual domains can indicate a fraudulent message. If something feels unusual, urgent, or unexpected, pause, verify, and report. A few seconds of caution can prevent a major incident. Password and access security are among the most important controls in protecting our systems and information. Many security breaches begin with compromised credentials. A strong password includes a mix of characters and is not easily guessed. Avoid using personal information such as birthdays, names, or simple patterns. Your credentials are personal to you. Never share your username, password, or verification codes with anyone, including colleagues. Sharing credentials removes accountability and increases risk. Enable multi-factor authentication, MFA. Multi-factor authentication adds an additional layer of protection. Even if a password is compromised, MFA significantly reduces the chance of unauthorized access. Do not reuse business passwords on personal sites. Reusing business passwords on personal websites increases the risk of credential compromise. If a personal account is breached, attackers may attempt to use the same credentials to access business systems. Handling sensitive information correctly is one of the most important responsibilities we all share. Many security incidents happen not because of sophisticated attacks, but because of simple mistakes in how information is shared. Do not share confidential data unnecessarily. Only share confidential information when it is required for legitimate business purposes. Always apply the principle of need to know. If someone does not require the information to perform their role, it should not be shared. Verify recipients before sending emails. Before sending sensitive information, double-check the recipient's email address. Autocomplete errors and similar names can easily lead to accidental disclosure. A quick review can prevent a serious breach. Encrypt sensitive attachments when required. When sharing sensitive documents, ensure encryption is applied where required by policy. Encryption adds an additional layer of protection if an email is intercepted or sent to the wrong recipient. Avoid using personal email for work data. Company information must remain within approved systems. Using personal email accounts for business data bypasses security controls and increases risk exposure. Remote work offers flexibility and convenience, but it also introduces additional security risks. When working outside the office, we must be even more mindful of how we protect information and devices. Always use secure, trusted Wi-Fi networks. Avoid connecting to unknown or unsecured networks, especially when handling sensitive information. Public Wi-Fi networks in airports, cafes, and hotels are often unsecured and can expose data to interception. Avoid performing sensitive business activities, such as accessing confidential files or financial systems. Lock devices when not in use. Whether at home, in transit, or in a shared environment, always lock your laptop, phone, or tablet when not actively using it. Physical access to an unlocked device can quickly become a security incident. If a device is lost or stolen, report it immediately. Early reporting allows the organization to take action, such as remotely locking or wiping the device to prevent data exposure. Security incidents can happen to anyone, and they can happen quickly. What matters most is how fast we detect and report them. If you suspect malware, a lost device, or a potential data breach, treat it seriously. Even if you are unsure, it is better to report early than to stay silent. Many major breaches start as small warning signs that were ignored or delayed. Suspicious behavior can include unusual system activity, unexpected pop-ups, unknown login alerts, or someone requesting confidential information in an unusual way. Trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, it probably is. You must report incidents immediately. Contact the IT or security team without delay. Reporting quickly is not just a procedural requirement, it is a protective action. Prevent bigger damage. The earlier an incident is detected, the easier it is to contain. What starts as a single suspicious email can quickly escalate into widespread compromise if left unreported. Speed limits impact. Protect colleagues and clients. Security incidents rarely affect only one person. Fast reporting protects your colleagues, our customers, and the organization as a whole. Your action could prevent someone else from becoming the next victim. Reduce financial and reputational impact. Data breaches can result in regulatory penalties, financial loss, and long-term reputational damage. Early detection significantly reduces these risks. In information security, time equals risk. A security breach is not just an IT issue. It is a business issue, and often a human one. Loss of customer trust. Trust takes years to build and seconds to lose. When customer data is compromised, confidence in the organization can decline rapidly, sometimes permanently. Legal consequences. Regulatory obligations require organizations to protect personal and sensitive information. Failure to do so can result in investigations, legal claims, and regulatory enforcement. Financial penalties. Breaches often lead to fines, compensation costs, incident response expenses, and increased insurance premiums. The financial impact frequently extends far beyond the initial incident. Job impacts. Serious security incidents can affect roles, responsibilities, and even employment. Beyond systems and data, breaches impact people. Operational disruption. Systems may be taken offline. Services may stop. Projects may be delayed. In many cases, organizations spend months recovering from an incident that started with one small mistake. Before we finish, let's pause and reflect. Security is not only about policies, systems, or technology. It is about everyday behavior. Ask yourself, is my password strong? Strong, unique passwords combined with multi-factor authentication are one of the simplest and most effective security controls. Is my screen locked when I'm away? A locked screen prevents quick, opportunistic access to sensitive information. Am I cautious with suspicious emails? Phishing remains one of the most common attack methods. A few seconds of caution can prevent months of recovery. Do I know how to report incidents? Knowing how to report and doing it quickly protects everyone. Information security is not just a technical function. It is not just an IT responsibility. It is something much bigger. Every employee plays a role in protecting information. Security is strongest when everyone participates. It is built through small, consistent actions. Strong passwords, careful clicks, timely reporting. Protecting information protects our customers, our reputation, and our future.